Okay, so it looks like Amberlyn Reid has made a video about popular questions she's finally answering. I know some of the hot topics are, number one, her current weight, which I don't know if she's going to actually put in here yet. And then number two, the issue with the GoFundMe that she did for Becky's mom. I know that's a big one. But it's 21 minutes long, so it's not too bad. I'm probably gonna... Amberlyn doesn't speak that slowly, so I'm gonna start it off at a normal speed, and then if she tends to drag on a little bit, I will speed it up. But I'm very curious as to what, question she's going to be answering. And then I'm also just wondering if she's going to talk about what she's doing to lose weight, because she hasn't really given us specifics, and I'm very interested to find out what she's doing. So let's watch this video, and I'll let you know what I think.
Hey guys, so welcome to another video. I'm actually sick right now. I went to the doctor yesterday, so no worries regarding that. I actually have an app on my phone. It's the Weather Channel app, and it shows, which I love, how many flu cases are in the vicinity of where I live, and how many sicknesses, the percentile of the chance.
Okay, I'm gonna put it back on the 125. But yes, I get it. We're all getting sick. This flu. Whew, it's not been nice.
You're gonna get it. It's pretty high right now. Whoops. And I'm pretty sure I got sick when I went to the movies, because we all went to the movies and we saw the new Grudge, which did not care for. None of us did, and we're all huge Grudge fans. Anyways, that's a whole other thing. I am sick, so if I sound a little weird, I don't know. But this is a Q&A video. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions that you've always wanted to ask me. So let's get into it. So this is in no particular order. Let's do this thing. Do you like conspiracies, and would you do a video on your favorite if you do? I love conspiracies. There's just an ongoing joke with my group of friends how I'm the conspiracy person of the group. I adore conspiracies. I can't even talk right now. I don't think I'd ever do a video because a lot of people judge me. I have spoken about a few conspiracies I believe in, or that are interesting to me, and people attacked me, so
Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to conspiracies, you just gotta be careful. Some of them could be based off of truth, They don't start from nowhere, but a lot of them can get really, I don't know, out there, I guess is the best way to put it. But I'm not a huge conspiracy person. They're interesting when people talk about them, but I don't really give them much weight. Sorry. I don't give them much weight. It's just not my thing, but hey, if she's interested in it, she's interested in it. What are we gonna do,
I'm just gonna keep that stuff in my personal life for now. Does it upset you that Eric films you when you don't want it? Filming on your B-day, not nice. Eric, when he films me, I literally don't care. Especially on my birthday, I thought that whole thing they did for me was super sweet, and I know a lot of people think it was planned. I had no idea. If I knew I'm, a great actress, I need to, get an award for it, for real. Leonardo DiCaprio, who, I'm a YouTuber, so I put myself on video, showing my body, my face, it doesn't even matter, so, I don't care if I'm in Eric's videos. That's so weird that people actually think that. People think I get really weird when he's filming me. No, I'm just, chilling and vibing.
I think the big thing is that people just assume that whenever she records her videos that she, it's her narrative, so she can just record exactly what she wants you to see. But then when he records, maybe he's recording things that she doesn't really want you to know, because everyone assumes she hides things. And that's why they think it's, that maybe she'd be upset with it. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I don't know her personally, so I can't say. And, a lot of these people just go off of speculation and what they think based off of what they've seen and then what they read, from what they see. And like I said, everybody takes things differently. So people are going to think what they're going to think. But we just all have our own opinions. That's why reaction channels are so popular, because people who agree with us want to hear what we have to say, and then people who don't agree with us want to yell at us about what we're saying. So, I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
I ever didn't want to be on camera, he wouldn't disrespect me in that way, but I don't think it's ever happened, to be honest. Do you believe in God/Jesus? I'm actually agnostic, so. Why do you still hang with Destiny? Would you want to hang with Becky's ex? I actually have hung out with Becky's exes before. It honestly doesn't bother me because I trust her and she trusts me and she trusts Destiny. We're all very good friends.
Yeah, I see a lot of people have that issue, like, oh my gosh, you're hanging out with your ex. Like, isn't Becky jealous? My thing is, hang out with whoever the heck you want to. Like, if you're going to remain friends, great. I mean, Destiny has Dana, and Becky and Amberlyn have each other, so if they want to hang out with each other, that's just fine. You know, as long as it is fair, you know, like Becky can hang out with her ex just as much as Amberlyn can hang out with hers, then there's not really, I don't know, in my mind it's not an issue. People just make such a big deal about it. Like, who cares? Like, really, who cares? I don't care. Have fun. Do what you want to do. Enjoy life. If you're friends, you're friends. You know, and a lot of people think that Destiny and Dana use Amberlyn, which maybe they do. I mean, the thing is that when you have money, there's always going to be someone out there who always needs something, you know? And hopefully she sees those signs and is able to drop those kinds of people. Whether Dana and Destiny are like that or not, I have no idea. Like I said, I don't know them personally, but it's always a possibility. When people know you have money, they come out of the woodworks.
You guys, it's not some crazy thing that exes stay friends. It's 2020. People do it. Me and Destiny are very good friends, and we care for each other a lot. Not in the way that people assume. But why would I want to lose a good friend? I don't. I really don't want to. Have you ever self-harmed? Also, do you have any advice for someone dealing with those urges? I have self-harmed in the past. It was mainly when I was in high school, and I did have to go to a mental hospital for it, which I have shared that story before, which honestly changed my life, to be honest. It really put a lot of things in perspective, and I actually met so many people there that made me understand different types of mental disorders, and I met actually quite a few friends. But advice that I have for someone dealing with those things is talk to someone.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Talking to someone is big. You know, a lot of people, especially in her case, see, you know, like, well, I think mostly with Chantal, because Amberlyn doesn't tend to do mukbangs all the time, but, like, you know, eating heavily on camera, or just eating heavily when you're obese is a form of self-harm, and I actually agree with that. It just might be a subconscious form. It's not like she's deliberately doing it to hurt herself. It's just like an effect of the fact that she eats so much. And so hopefully if she is losing weight, that's going to stop. But I definitely see that as a form of it. But there are many reasons people do it. You know, a lot of people will say they do it just to feel something. Maybe they're numb to whatever's going on in their life. A lot of people will do it as a form of control because they don't have control over their life. It's the one thing they do have control over. So no matter your reasoning, you know, getting help is incredibly important. Like I say, you know, seeking a therapist is always a good idea if you can do that. I don't know how it works with therapists as far as, like, financially. But yeah, if it's something you can do, please do. But I agree with that.
It honestly makes a world of a difference. If you could only achieve one of your New Year's resolutions, which would you choose? Definitely the weight loss one. Do you wet the toothbrush before or after you put toothpaste on? Both. What will be your 2020 upload schedule? I actually don't have one. I was going to go into 2020 with the schedule. I was going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I knew I couldn't stick to it. I didn't want to, like, hold any promises or put any promises out there that I couldn't keep.
I think, as far as, like, sticking to a routine, it would probably be a good idea if she could try to stick to a schedule, because if she can do that, then she can hopefully stick to a routine of trying to lose weight too, because they go hand in hand, in my mind. like being unable to stick to her routine in a part, plays to her inability to stick to a weight loss goal. And also I want to mention a YouTuber, Moon Eyes. She did a video that I saw that I really liked in regards to her 127 reasons I want to lose weight, where she kind of delves into the psychology of making a list. And I think it's really well done. And she hits points that I wouldn't have even thought of. So if you guys get a chance, please watch her video. It's fairly important. If I can remember, I will try and link it in my description. No guarantees because I have a horrible memory. But yeah, I think that it's just really interesting what she talks about.
So currently right now, it's just like going to be random videos when I have them to upload. Why do you always ignore all of the advice that people leave you in the comments of your videos? I don't ignore them. It's just a lot of advice. It's like a lot of advice, and it's always like contradicting the advice of the person below, or like everyone's advice is different. Like literally, even something as simple as what to do with my hair. There's 42 different things that people want me to do with my hair. There's 906 things that people want me to do regarding my weight loss, and it's just all so completely different that it would be physically impossible to follow every single person's advice.
That I can understand, and it's true. I mean, if you think about it, look at people in the same profession. Like, you look at a doctor, you can go to 5 different doctors and they're all going to have 5 different pieces of advice for you. So it is true. Like, even in my small little channel of a couple of people, I had one person say, oh, you should do this. And then another person says, no, don't do that, do this. And I'm like, okay. So I'm trying them out because I want to see what works best for me. But in the end, it's all about what you think and what works best for you. It's nice to have the advice to use as guidelines, but you can't be expected to take every single person's advice. Like, come on, that's ridiculous.
Why won't you admit you are 600 plus pounds? I'm not going to admit to something that isn't true. Why do you keep deleting your Twitter? I delete my Twitter because people are so rude on there. And if I don't have to deal with it, I'm not going to deal with it. Like, bye-bye Twitter, bye-bye comments on Instagram.
That's fine if you keep them deleted. But you tend to then go back and get them. Like, stay away from Twitter and Instagram. That's the thing. Like, don't just delete it and then get it again and then delete it. Like, that's annoying. I mean, that's freaking what Chantal does. Oh, I'm going to quit. Oh, I'm going to come back. Oh, I'm going to quit. Oh, I'm going to stop comments. Oh, I'm going to keep comments. Like, make up your mind. Like, come on. Stop with the inconsistencies. People don't like it.
Like, I'll post a picture of my cat Wasabi looking fly and adorable and handsome, and people will leave comments about my weight, and I'm like, just enjoy the picture of my cat. So it's like, if I could knock off negativity anywhere, I'm just gonna do it. Why did you say all December that you lost weight, then claim you maintained in recent vlog? So I lost almost 3 pounds in December. I think it was like 2.8. I lost a lot of weight in November. That was a big portion, I want to say. And then for me, going into December, only losing 2.8, in my opinion, was a maintain. So during Vlogmas, I was losing ounces like every few days, or like every 5 days, honestly. So that was a weight loss in a way, but it wasn't something I was like proud of. So overall, I maintained. What have you done to change your bad habits this year? Have you stuck to your resolutions? So as for my resolutions, yes, I'm sticking to them so far. Like, it's been a week, so yeah, I feel like I'm doing good in that regard. What have I done to change my bad habits so far? Honestly, I'm just putting myself in the right mind frame. I know that I need to do so many things to better myself and my quality of life, and I have to keep reminding myself of that every single day.
I definitely want to see a video where she specifies the type of diet she's doing, what she's doing, how she's eating, what calorie intake she's taking, whatever she's doing. I want to know, is she walking more to help with her weight loss? I want to know that. So hopefully she does a video soon. She keeps, playing on the, I'm going to give my weight when I'm ready to blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, but, like, don't take too long, because people are going to start to think that, yeah, you're probably gaining or whatever. Plus, if you start giving your weight, then, and you're more accountable, then hopefully you'll actually continue to lose. But yeah, I want to know specifically what you're doing.
Do you purposely make your audience mad at you when you make your videos? No. Why would I want my audience mad at me? I would do anything to have an audience that is supportive and kind and doesn't attack me over everything. Like, I watch certain YouTubers who are so free and they say what they want, and some of the things they say are kind of like, triggering is not the word, I hate using that word, but it's like pretty controversial, or like I feel like could hurt someone's feelings or whatever, and no one says anything. And I hate comparing myself to other people, but it's just really hard to see, like, I could say something so tiny and people get so angry over it, and then other people could say it way worse and it's totally fine. And like,
I can kind of see that. You know, and I've been bad at that too. Not so much with her, but, you know, like, I'll look at what other people say about that person, and then it starts to alter how I'm thinking about that person. And so, like, every little thing, like, if you always think she's lying, it doesn't matter what she says, she's always lying to you. And so that comes off as that. And so I think that people can be very hard on her. Not to say that she hasn't done a lot of wrong, because she has. I mean, she's been inconsistent. She has been caught lying about certain things, and stuff like that, so I get it. But, you know, that's why I'm trying to be a voice of reason in this new year. And that's why I wanted to do reactions too, so that I could be, you know, I'm going to be realistic about things, of course, you know, and I'm not going to, you know, be a butt kisser, I guess is the best way to put it. But I also want to give her the benefit of the doubt. So we'll just see. I'm just waiting to see. Like, I need those updates, like, what's going on, you know.
Do way worse, and it is very hard as a YouTuber, whether you guys think I'm a YouTuber or not. I mean, I am. It's hard to be, like, the only person who isn't allowed to truly be themselves. I have a very weird sense of humor, and I say things that are not meant to be insulting that might come off that way. Like, in my day-to-day life, in my personal life, the people in my life understand my personality. YouTube doesn't, and I feel like sometimes I let it, like, slip out a little bit, and people will be like, oh my god, Amberlyn is throwing so much shade, she is so rude, when in reality it's just my personality and the way that me and my friends, or me and my girlfriend, or whoever, the way that we are together, and just the personalities that we have. And I don't know, like, I never want to make you guys mad at me, like, on purpose. That's crazy, because, like I said, I almost feel kind of locked in a cage when it comes to my channel. Why won't you get health insurance instead of torrid hauls for clothes that don't fit? My torrid hauls, the clothes, they're starting to fit a lot better, but I can do torrid hauls and health insurance. I don't have to just do one or the other.
That may be the case. The thing is, why haven't you gotten health insurance? And if you can do both, get health insurance. You're better off having health insurance. It would save you a lot of money. And you can afford it, so there's no reason you shouldn't have health insurance. Especially being at your weight, you need health insurance. Hopefully they'll still insure her. I mean, I know with, like, Obamacare or whatever they're calling it, you know, you can't be turned around for pre-existing conditions, which being obese would be considered. So you should be able to get insured. I don't know, but hopefully. But if you can, please do.
What foods do you usually crave when you are on a diet / eating healthy? So, what I'm currently doing, I don't want to go into, like, grave detail.
Let me stop here. She always says grave detail. That is not what the saying is. It's great detail, not grave detail. I don't know why she says that, but that drives me nuts. I'm sorry. I have to correct her on that one. But hopefully she will go into specifics, because I feel like that's one way for her to hold herself accountable to her, you know, herself and to us. I would like, you know, what's the point of of making videos about your weight loss if you're not doing it to hold yourself accountable to those that are watching you. You know, I thought that was the point. So, like, you need to be more transparent. This vagueness that you do and your whole, oh, I'm having these problems, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'd be like, you know, a lot of people just get annoyed because it's like, well, then don't tell us that you have the problems. Like, I have problems in life, but you don't see me going, oh, I have these worries and this worries, but I'm not going to tell you about it. Like, no, I just don't talk about it. And that's the point. Like, don't talk about things if you're not going to be specific about them.
I'm not, like, taking out any specific food group, but in the past, when I was, like, being way too strict with myself, which made me binge, the things that I would crave is always, like, super salty or super sweet. Those were the things that I crave the most. So glad you showed off your happy planners. Any plans for doing a plan with me video? Honestly, I know there's a larger group of people who would love that, but I feel like there's an even more larger group of people who would hate it, so I don't know.
Yeah, see, my thing is, like, and the reason I have so many channels is that people who watch your channel for a specific reason don't want you to do other things. She's not a planner person. I've seen these women who do these, like, plan with me things, and they're amazing. And I feel like, number one, she doesn't have the skill as far as that goes. But number two, like, we're not watching her channel to see a plan with me. So I feel like a lot of the time she's like, oh, everyone's asking me. I'm like, no, I'm sure there's a few people that asked you. So you're like, oh, everyone wants me to do it. I'm like, no. If 5% of the people are asking you, not everyone wants you to do it. So I agree. Like, no one really wants to see that. And if you're gonna do that, do a channel dedicated to that type of thing. So that those of us that are here to watch your weight loss or your health, you know, and in the vlogs and stuff like that, that's fine. That all goes hand in hand. But when people are like, oh, you should do this or makeup tips or all this, no, that's not what your channel's about, and that's not what we really want to see. So good for you for saying no, I'm not gonna do that.
Is Becky doing better, you guys? She has done a 360. Like,
Yeah, here's another thing. I know I'm being a Nazi. A 360 means she basically turned around and is doing the exact same thing. A 180 is where it's the complete opposite of where she's been. So if she pulled a 180, that would mean she went from her depression being bad to not being bad. If she did a 360, her depression's so bad. I'm like, you see where I'm going? People do that a lot. Like, that's not how it works. Like, maybe it's just because, like, I'm triggered because I've had other people do that. Like, no, it's she's pulled a full 180. There you go.
She stopped taking the medicine that was making her act the way that she was. And, you know, I'm going to be honest, me, her family, and friends, we were all worried that, like, this was the new Becky and that this would be the Becky forever, because it was such a drastic difference of who she was prior that it was almost like we thought we lost her forever. And it was very hard to, like, see, and even she felt that way for the longest time. But she stopped taking her medicine, and she's like the old Becky again. It is so crazy.
I'm hoping that when she stopped her medicine, it was with the regard of the doctor, because stopping something completely, especially when it's, you know, a mood stabilizer, can be detrimental. So I'm hoping that she at least talked to her doctor before doing that. But I'm glad to hear that, you know, she's becoming the old Becky again, because, you know, a lot of us like Becky. I do. I like Becky. And no one wants to see her depressed. You know, we like her kind of quirkiness and nerdiness, and, you know, there's certain things about her personality. So I'm glad to hear at least that it's gotten better.
Medicine can do to someone, like, oh my god, it's absolutely insane. I don't want to scare people into, like, not taking medicine for their, you know, depression or bipolar or whatever it is. Like I said before, like, some medicine will work for you and not for whatever it may be. But it's like, yes, Becky is doing so much better, and thank you so much for asking. What are 5 things you like about yourself?
Okay, before she says that, that was another thing in Moon Eyes had said that she was very self-deprecating in her 127 reasons. What she was saying that, you know, that's not good for her to take the things that people say about her that are bad and then turn them on herself. You know, people are going to have things to say, but you have to look in within yourself and say, no, I'm not this, I'm actually this, and I like who I am. Because if you start believing all the deprecating things that people say, and they become your own, that can add to your depression. That can be so, hard for you.
Being empath, I like my sense of humor. Like, I get really loud, weird, and wild. I will ask questions that you wouldn't believe. I'm just, such an open book, honestly. Y'all need to, come to one of my parties or one of my friend get-togethers. I'm a little wild. Fourth one is I like how much I care for people and how willing I am to help people within, my means. Not even just money. That goes with, the first one, giving. I will give my last shirt, literally to someone who needs it. But what I mean about helping people is, I love the feeling, something as simple as, someone needs help with, a math problem, or someone needs help just, to talk to someone, and someone needing to be there for them, just, anything like that. I love to help people. So the last thing, which to me I guess is the most important, is I'm not closed-minded. I am able to see everyone's point of view. I honestly love debating with people. I love hearing other people's opinions, and I'm very open-minded. I will never, downgrade someone else's opinion, because everyone has their own opinion. Notice that none of those was physical. Do days where you have
I don't know why it gets me when she does, the ridiculous stuff like this. Come on, what are you? 12? Come on. Calm down. It's not the 90s anymore. That drives a lot of people nuts. Girl. And I know it's just part of her personality and whatever, but I don't know. That just drives me a little nuts.
Too much of the wrong foods upset your stomach or make you sick. Yes, a perfect example. I have not had a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream in a very long time. But years ago, I'd be able to finish the whole thing, be totally fine, and still be okay, I want more food. But the last one I had was 3-4 months ago, and I could only finish about 3/4 of it, and I felt sick. My stomach was tore up for 24 hours. I don't know if it was a lactose moment, or if it was just that is not good for you. Don't be touching that. What is your plan to lose weight? Are you going to work out? So working out, no, that's not really the word for it. I'm trying to move more, take more steps, things like that.
Yeah, and the trying, that's the thing too. You got to be careful of. It's I am going to be moving more. That's the thing. I think someone gave really great advice when they said that the thing is she should, okay, if she can only walk for 3 minutes, then she walks for 3 minutes, and then an hour or two later walks for another 3 minutes. And she just continually does that until she can walk for 4 minutes or 5 minutes or 6 minutes, instead of just, I'm going to walk for 3 minutes and then I'm done. Like I said in a previous video, you have to get a little winded, you have to kind of feel a little sore afterwards, and that lets you know that you're exerting yourself in a way that's important.
Definitely help. I feel there's a certain weight I want to be before I work out, regarding what is my plan to lose weight. So I do want to keep that private for now, what I'm eating and things like that. I did show a little bit in December, but not a lot. And I just feel I don't want to show that yet, because so many people believe in their way. Keto, low carb, go vegan, eat more fat, eat less fat, go vegetarian, do Weight Watchers, do Jenny Craig. Everyone has their own way of losing weight, and I feel I don't want to be bombarded with other people's weight loss plans or weight loss ideas for me, because I feel any weight loss plan could help someone lose weight. But when I say not every weight loss plan works for every single person, what I mean for that is is it sustainable for someone? So many people are doing keto, but for me that is a flat no.
Which I can understand that, people telling you, oh, do this, and this. Yeah. I'd be and she's right. Just because it works for you doesn't mean it's meant for someone else. As long as she's finding something that's working for her and that she knows is sustainable, I definitely think having a nutritionist or someone helping her figure that out is important, because as she's shown for the past, 6 years she's been on here, she's not able to do it on her own. It's not working. She hasn't quite yet figured it out, but if she actually listens to a weight loss doctor or a nutritionist in what they say and doesn't make excuses for why she's not going to do it, you know, it's going to be hard. But thinking that it's going to be easy and trying to find something that's easy, that's where she faults a lot. And so then she just gives up. So hopefully she's at least working with someone to help her figure it out.
It is not sustainable for me as a person, or like veganism. I know a lot of people who do it for like ethical, environmental, but there are people who do it for weight loss because they think it's going to help them lose weight, which a lot of people have had that result, which is amazing. But that's not sustainable for me as a person. What I'm doing right now seems to be working quite well, I must say myself. I will share that like plan with you guys eventually.
Hopefully.
I just don't want to now. Because it's something as simple like, okay, I've been watching so many weight loss TikTokers, love, and this guy, he's like super big, like me, you know, we're just like living the big life, trying to become healthier, and I am so proud of him. I've watched his videos from the beginning, and I've just been hearting all of them, and I'm so like, oh, and he had carrots, hummus, and a sandwich with literally just whole grain bread and turkey lunch meat. That was what was on his plate. And the comments were crazy. You shouldn't have bread. Carrots are bad for you. And I'm over here like, this is someone who used to eat fast food every day, all day. And you're getting mad that he's eating carrots. Like,
yeah, that's a problem. People want to put in their 2 cents. Like, oh, you should do this and this. I'm like, no, let me figure it out. I'll figure out what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm doing. And this is what I'm doing. And you can put your input all you want, but this is what I'm doing, and you do it your way. That's what you have to do. You have to take that stand, you know? Like, no, I'm doing it this way. This is what I feel like it's going to work for me. I know myself. I know what's going to work. And too bad if you think I should be doing something different. Good for you. You do that, and you enjoy that, and I'll continue doing it my way.
Can't. It puts me in such a bad mental headspace. And those comments weren't even about me, but I've gotten comments like that before, and I'm over here just like, no, like, people got mad at me before for drinking cold water. They were like, that's not good for you, you need to drink warm water, like,
yeah,
ridiculous. I don't know, it's just, I don't want to, like, put my food out there quite yet. It shocks me how differently you acted in your old videos, 2015-ish. Does it shock you? It does not shock me. The reason why I acted like that is because A, I was nervous. B, I lived with my ex-girlfriend, which was my girlfriend then, and her parents. And a lot of the time I filmed when they were home, and I was so embarrassed to film in front of them that I didn't want them to hear me. So I would talk in a very, like, calm voice, like, very low voice, because I did not want them to hear me. I was super shy on camera. Like, it was a mixture of so many different things. But the personality I have now, like, the loud, the crazy, the fun, the whatever, was exactly how I was back then too. But it's just like, I never showed that because, like, I want to say for like 3 years on YouTube, I was just very within myself, and I was shy for 3 years. And then I slowly started coming to and showing more of my personality. But no, that does not shock me at all. Do you recognize the cycle people talk about, or do you think they're making it up? I 100% recognize it. Thoughts on the new L word? Love, love, love. I don't want to give anything away, but obsessed. Your BMI is over 100. Why don't you strive to lose weight rather than being proud for maintaining? I have lost weight. I am currently not maintaining. And my BMI is not over 100. It used to be 101, and I want to say it no longer is. What's one thing you wish you could get people to understand? The things that you think I'm lying about, I'm not lying about. Are you doing IF for your weight loss? How are you feeling lately? So yes, I do IF just mainly because it's easier. Eating within a window, it prevents me from overeating. It prevents me from binging. And I also like to eat all my food within a smaller time frame because...
Yeah, intermittent fasting is a good way to jumpstart it if it's something you could do. The hardest part for me is that I never want to eat at the same time every day. So, like, giving myself that window, and then I'm like, oh, but then I get hungry at this time, or I'm not hungry by this time. So, you know, that was hard for me, but I might consider doing it again. Just because I mean, it is helpful, and a lot of people, just by doing intermittent fasting, have lost weight and stuff, so it's definitely beneficial. I just, I have to get back into it.
Your girl gets hungry. Regarding how am I feeling, sick. Just trying to get through that, really. Do you like Melanie Martinez? Love. What do you think the reason is for your weight gain these last few years? Freedom, money, my binging got worse, depression, just so many different things, like the heartbreak I went through in the past and then finding love again. Like, it's just so many different reasons. You're just like,
I'll be like, I'm going to put my input on some of the reasons I think. Number one, she has an I can't attitude, which I don't like. Oh, I can't work out because I'm too big. I can't do this. Oh, I can't do this diet because there's no vegetables. Oh, there's too much sodium, whatever. Like, whatever excuse she can come up with not to do something, she does. I think she lies to herself a lot, you know, trying to make it seem like it's someone else's fault and not her own. Definitely, those are some big ones. For me, that I think that those are the reasons why she gains weight. That's why we all gain weight, when we lie to ourselves, when we come up with excuses why we have to start tomorrow or the next day. It's a lot that goes into it.
I gained weight because of everything. You know what? No excuse. I just ate too much. Why do you think you can make this change by yourself? It's not that I feel like I can make the change by myself. I just know that if I want it enough, I'm not going to need a dietitian, a nutritionist, a weight loss doctor, a trainer.
Yeah, see, I have to disagree with that, because all those professions that she mentioned are there for a reason. They will help her stay on track. And a lot of the times when we think we're doing really good, we're not. And she can't 100% guarantee that she's getting all the correct nutrients. Like I said in a prior video, certain foods counteract each other, so it's good to know which foods to eat together and which foods not to eat together. There are so many things that go into it that she just doesn't know. And I feel like if she had a nutritionist or someone kind of backing her and telling her, yep, this is good, this is bad, this is what we should work on, you know, just helping her out, it would be beneficial for her. So I definitely don't agree.
Of this and of that and that and of this. Because it is possible to do things for yourself without having like a row of people there. Do I want one or two of those people? Sure. When I'm ready, great. But as of right now, like, I'm good. Do you actually read our YouTube comments?
Hope so.
I will scroll in there, here and there. It's not like a daily thing. Definitely not, because it's so crazy. Like, it's just bad in there. All this talking is making my throat dry. The comments are just like really crazy for me. But sometimes I like to go in there just to see like how are people taking my video. But it's like, what's the point? Because all the comments are always about the same stuff. It's like people won't listen to my videos, they just go there to comment. So it's
that's why I think you should watch more reaction videos such as me. I'm just saying, I am not negative, I'm not mean in any way. I'm honest, and if you want to hear the actual truth from someone who's going to give you the actual truth and not coddle to you, I'm a good one to watch. Just saying. You know, and then you don't have to read the comments.
like, So last question is, why don't you wear shorts? Is because I do not want to show my legs at all. Nope. So that was the last question. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Yeah. Oh. Nope. We're gonna stop this as soon as it loads. Hold on a second. No. Pause. Okay. I don't even know if this is one of the ones I'm gonna react to because I haven't seen her other videos. Anyway, so that was her Q&A. What'd you guys think about it? I mean, for the most part, it was whatever. Except for the couple, the parts that I put my 2 cents in to kind of tell her, no, you're kind of wrong, or yeah, you're right, or whatever. But yeah. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys very soon.